Hello everyone, today I am Navdeep Kaur stand before you to present my first art and drama integrated practical. Without much wasting time, let's get started. Now, can anyone tell me, have you ever wondered where all the water goes after rain? How does the rain get into clouds? You all will get the answer to these questions when you will explore the water cycle. That today I am going to explore the water cycle. Come, let me explain using a model that I made myself. This is the water cycle. Before explaining you the process, how it goes around, let us understand what is water cycle. The water cycle is a way that water moves all around the earth. It never stops and doesn't really have a beginning or an end. It's like a big circle. We will describe it by starting with water that's on land. To better understand how the water cycle steps work, let's break it down. In this first phase, what you are able to see? The sun, the waves and the water. So, what exactly happens? The water from the earth ocean is heated by the sun rays, which causes it to change into a gas and rise into the air. This is what the evaporation is. To make you understand better, let us correlate with an example. For an example, if you spill a glass of water outside, you will notice that in few hours later the water is gone. That is because water slowly turns into a liquid, into a gas called water vapor, and the process of water turning from liquid into a gas is called evaporation. There are more examples that you can correlate with evaporation. For example, drying of clothes. Nowadays people used to use the drying machine, but before that the clothes are dried outside. And how the clothes used to dry? This is possible because of evaporation. Water turns from a liquid into a gas. Now what happened next is water vapors. Water vapors rises up in the sky due to sun heat. Once the water vapor rises high, it condenses into water droplets. The process of water turning from a gas into a liquid is a condensation. Condensation is the reverse of evaporation. Condensation is very important to our weather and climate because it is what is responsible for cloud formation. Without clouds, we would not get to the third phase, which is called precipitation. That I would like to clear this condensation process with an example. Maybe you have probably experienced condensation if you had a cold glass of water. As the cold water sits on the table, water vapor from the air condenses into water droplets on the glass. Condensation happens all around us. Here is an example of condensation works. Try to do this example. Put a pot of water on the stove and bring it to a boil. Take a dry lid and cover it for a minute and lift the lid. What happens? What happens? Water droplets run down the lid and fall into the pot. That is what happens during condensation. In fact, condensation is really easy to spot in day-to-day life. For example, a foggy mirror, and dew on grass, and water droplets on the inside of the windows, and many more examples are there. So let us move to the next phase, that is precipitation. Precipitation brings the water back to earth, and this happens when water droplets get heavy enough, they fall back to the earth in the form of rain. The water that falls from the clouds as rain collects in the ocean, rivers, lakes. Most will soak into the ground and collect as groundwater. The water then again evaporates and the cycle continues. The process of water cycle has been happening continuously for millions of years, and without it there would be no life on earth. I hope you were able to successfully list and describe in detail each step of water cycle, and even you can relate this to weather in everyday life. And I hope so that you found this activity of art and drama integration interesting and exciting.